Proactivity remains one of the biggest attributes of living that changed my life as a professional. I can say that categorically. And it is a principle of professional living that many people don't understand. This is something that when you understand as a professional, as a business person, many things that you worry about will die a natural death. Many things that you are afraid of will start being afraid of you because you have developed this kind of lifestyle that is so powerful and has the possibility, has the potential to change your next 20 years if you adopt it today. So what I'm about to teach you is so practical, so driven, so unique, and so effective in causing change in a positive way as far as your career, your business, and even your personal life is concerned. So we are looking at engineering a successful career and business through proactivity lifestyle. So we are breaking down the principle of proactivity. So after this course, you should be able to engross yourself into techniques to be proactive and to take control of your life, career, business that will lead to incredible results tomorrow. Whether it is delaying to get out of bed in the morning, right, pushing off to start reading that book, or finding it difficult to save your 20% of your monthly income, many of us struggle with being proactive, right? If we start going back, it's 4 a.m. morning school right now, and we start checking how many people struggle to leave their bed this morning, you'll see many people are going to indicate, which is okay for us humans. It's not every day that you want to wake up from bed. Oh, not every day I want to wake up from bed. But the proactivity lifestyle helps me to do that. Same like there are many of you that you have started books this year and you have not finished one complete book this year, but you actually started. Let us see. If you have started one, if you have not read one complete book this year, but you tried to read a book, you actually started a book, and you have not even finished it yet. Raise up your hand, indicate in the chat box, let's see. Don't be ashamed. We know that you have not finished one book. We know that you have not finished one book in 4 months. If you indicate in the chat box, let's see, if you started one book but you have not finished it. Let us see those who planned last year that this year you started reading one book every month, but you have never read one at all. You have never opened even one book at all. Okay, so and right now everybody is reading at least one book every month. Or this year so far, everybody has completed one single book. That's what we're saying. That's good now, and that's good. You see, people that start more than one book and they have not finished one, I fear those kind of people. I fear them. Those are the kind of person that they have a lot of near success syndrome around their life. Incomplete projects everywhere. People like that don't have very big success. If people who start things that don't finish, they never had to experience one big break in life, like one big success, that bam, because they have things here and there. How do you have 2 unfinished books when you have 1 unfinished book? Something is wrong somewhere. You need to sort that attitude out. It's not a good attitude at all. Not a good one. Okay. So and that's one thing with the human lifestyle, which is a very big problem that we need to sort out. Because if you don't sort it out, you will always experience little successes, not big successes. There is a difference between success and a big break. And you need but a big break to change your life. You need but a big break to take you to another level. And a typical PPA member, you should be reading your feed book now, because you're supposed to read one book a month. Every PPA member is supposed to read one book a month. I said one time, the laziest PPA member should read 12 books a year. Average worker should read 24 books a year. A real peak performer should be talking of 30 and above a year. But we have been pushing books away. And now you proudly go and introduce yourself somewhere. I am a peak performer academy member. One of the basic conditions you have not fulfilled, to read one book each month. So what does it mean to be proactive? What does it mean to be proactive as a professional, as an entrepreneur? It means taking action by causing change and not only reacting to change when it happens. Now, this sounds so simple, but it's very powerful. Taking actions in your life, taking actions in your business to cause change, and not only reacting to change when it happens. It therefore also means you need to know how to anticipate how to engineer change in your life, career, and business. For example, you run a business, you take actions to take advantage of an emerging market. You take actions to take advantage of a season so you can create more sales. You don't sit and wait when your sales start declining before you start creating sales strategies to regain your sales. A proactive entrepreneur keeps seeking for more ways to make more money, even when sales are good. They keep finding ways to enter new markets, even if the present markets are still making good sales. So you sit and you take action by causing change and not only reacting to change when it happens. I believe that proactivity is a critical life skill that helps you to get the best out of every situation. It helps you to get the best out of your present business and out of your present career. One of the best ways to improve your present lifestyle to a better lifestyle is through proactivity. Just sitting and you think that, oh, how can I improve my life this way? You see, how can I advance somebody's life this way? Or you can sit, for example, maybe you think about your babe or your boy, you look at her life or his life, and you're like, wait, this one, how do we advance this one's life? Right? Maybe she has not complained to you that, oh, you know what, I'm bored of this, or he has not complained. But you say, okay, what can we do to advance this life? You understand? Even in your personal life of business and careers, one of the best ways to move your life right now from point A to point B is to employ proactivity skill. You see, you are able to move to a stage where you rely on your own choices instead of luck and circumstances. You rely on your own strategies instead of luck and circumstances and wishes. It is about controlling the situation rather than simply waiting for the outcomes. You see, you already know that you're struggling financially. So how can you take actions to control that situation instead of waiting when you are totally broke? So are you going to control it or you're going to wait? The truth is, look at our life at this moment, presently right now, at this particular moment, it is either you're controlling your life or you're waiting. Two things. It is either you're taking proactivity steps to control your life and advance it forward, to control your career and advance it forward, to control your business and advance it forward, or you are in your comfort zone and you're waiting. And when you wait, the outcome is reactions. And when you react, either you panic, you get overwhelmed, and you make wrong mistakes, and you can negatively affect your career or your business. That's why proactivity remains critical. So if you have this feeling, let's look at this. I call it the stuck feeling. That feeling that you're stuck in life, you're stuck somewhere. Another year has passed and nothing has changed in your life. Like right now, if you compare, we're already in the 5th month of 2022. Look at your life in 2021, December. Look at your life now, 5 months into 2022. What is that one significant growth change that has happened? Let's even do it in the chat box for those who are free to share. But let's make it more practical. Now, in the chat box, you can write 2, 3 if you want, or 1, it's okay. But compare your life in December and compare your life now. Now, if you don't have one significant thing that has changed your life significantly, it means you have a stuck feeling. You're stuck, actually. But if you have more than one, if you have 1 and above, that's good. Then actually you have been employing some level of proactivity in your life unconsciously. But right in the chat box, look at December and now. 1, 2, 3, 4, significant change. But for example, maybe you enjoy the way you think now. Maybe you think that, how you look at life, how you think, how you approach life, there's a great change between December and now. Or maybe there's a significant change in your monthly income as a result of how you have changed in thinking, in knowledge and skills. In December, you could barely make 100,000 francs a month, but now there's a consistent growth in your income. You make a minimum 200,000 francs and above from January to now. But it should be so significant that anybody can see and say, oh, this is a significant change in this person's life. Anybody want to share in the chat box? Write it, let's see. But if there's not significant change, you cannot see it, you cannot clearly communicate it, you're actually stuck, whether you're aware of it or not. Because 3 months is a lot of time for significant change to happen in people's lives. Not to talk of 4 months, and now we're in the 5th month. Anybody? Or we're doing a self-analysis. Another thing to look at, okay. Good. Okay. Excellent. You see, now, good. These are some significant changes that has happened when you look at your life between 2021 and 2022. Now, let's just come now in 2022 itself now. Another quarter has passed. Like, okay, we have seen the first 3 months already passed even. Now, the first 3 months in the year 2022 already passed. And if you cannot clearly indicate what significant change you have seen, it means you have a stuck feeling. Now it comes to month. Another month has passed and nothing has changed in your life. You have a stuck feeling. Okay, we are in the, oh, this is May, 2nd of May, 3rd of May or so. Yes, 3rd of May, and April just ended. If you cannot clearly indicate one significant change that happened in your life in the month of April, you have a stuck feeling. 1 month, 30 days, 31 days is a lot of time to advance your life forward. It's a lot of time to do something significant that can change your life. And then weeks keep passing and nothing is changing in your life. The worst person is when you look at from the year has passed, a quarter has passed, a month has passed, a week has passed, and you can look at all through and you see that your life remains the same. You are stuck in life and you don't have proactivity skill to advance your life forward. To advance your life forward, which means you need to buy this course and listen to it in one time in the morning, one time in the evening, one time in the night, like medications for the next 90 days. So it is time for you to do something different. That's why this course is the best decision you have taken to discipline yourself to go through this particular course. There are 3 sets of people in this world, 3 sets of people. There are people who make things happen. There are people who watch things happen. There are people who ask, what happened? Where are you? Which set are you? There are people who make things happen. There are people who watch things happen. And there are people like, what the hell is happening? They're totally just lost. The 3rd category of people, they're always so funny. They're always there. In not the highest report that behave in this number 3 and behave in a particular sector is ladies. Some ladies are so lost in technology. When you're doing something in technology, like, but or they're like, what is happening? They have no idea whatever. Many of them have no idea what's going around. Right? They're like, what the hell is happening here? There's some things happening in technology. They're like, when you something with your laptop, with your phone, they're like, wait, what? I'm totally lost. What the hell is happening? Right? Top technology novice, totally lost. The only thing they know how to do when it comes to technology is WhatsApp, TikTok, and their phones. That is all. When you take it further from there, they're like, what is happening here, my friend? Right? Okay, but be careful about the last 2. You need to always be in number 1. And it takes intentionality, the right knowledge and skills to stay in number 1. You see, so desire to be in number 1, and you need to display a set of proactive behavior. If you are not proactive, it means you are reactive. If you are not proactive, you are reactive, and reactive is not good. If you live your life on reactive, it's not good. It is okay to be reactive when there is an emergency, but many people get to have emergencies in life because they lack proactivity. So many things get to happen to them, funny things get to happen to them, and they are forced to always react to adapt because they are not proactive to prevent. That's the funny thing about people when you're not proactive. You're always reactive to adapt, because if you're not proactive to engineer change, you're not proactive to enhance change, you're not proactive to prevent certain things from happening, what happens is you're always in a reactive mode to adapt. You're always catching up with life. You're always struggling. Like you're always managing money. You make 50,000 francs, it fits under your bills. There's no growth. in the business where you work, you're not even being promoted. There's not even salary increment. You see, it's actually signs that you're a reactive person. Number one, you're always unorganized. If you notice that you're highly disorganized, scattered everywhere, massively scattered. In short, you are the mommy GO of disorganization ministry. Everything around you is scattered. Nothing is in order. You are always late. You are reactive. Number two, unprepared. You're unprepared. You're not prepared for your career. You're unprepared for many things. You don't prepare your finances. You're unprepared in all key areas of your life. Totally unprepared. Like today, right now, reactive people don't have a plan for the day. They're even up because Mr. Jobber says be up at 4 o'clock. They're not up because it is in their calendar that wake up at 4 o'clock. Is it written down anywhere? Like after this morning school, they was like, oh, but why should I really do they're just lost. They were just reacting as things happen throughout the day. No, not clear priority list. Okay, 4 to 6 PPA, 6 to 8 days, 8 to days till 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. when their day ends. Totally unprepared. As they're here now like this, 11 o'clock, a friend will show up from nowhere. Let's go here. And then they'll carry their big head, join the friend, and they're going. You're even going, you've never achieved one significant thing for the day, but you're already going somewhere. You are not prepared. Number three, always making hasty and wrong decisions. Always making hasty and what? And wrong decisions. It means you're a reactive person. Something happens, you quickly, you make a decision and then you regret later. You don't know how to sit calmly, think through the process before you make the right decisions. You make it in a haste, overwhelmed, excited, and boom, you get everything wrong. You don't even sit and ask for advice from a coach, from a mentor, from an elderly person. You hurriedly go and make things wrong before you come back now. When you have messed up, that's when you start coming back now to start asking for advice. When you're already messed up, reactive person. 4, always complaining about the challenges of life. You can complain for Africa. When it's raining, you complain. When there's too much sun, you complain. When your dresses are tight, you complain. When they are loose on your body, you complain. When you see gari, you complain. When you see fried rice, you complain. When you complain, nothing is okay for you at any time. You're addicted to complaining. When somebody wears red today, you complain. Tomorrow when they wear red, so why did you wear green today? You complain. Very reactive person. E, you don't always consider the possibility of unexpected situations. Yes, you don't have that possibility. You don't anticipate. What if this happens? How will I get it? How will I overcome this? What if? You don't anticipate possibilities and put in place actions that can help you overcome these possibilities. You're just living life anyhow, which automatically makes you have limited control over your future. Like right now, if you don't have a to-do list for today, you have no control of your tomorrow. If you don't have weekly goals for this week, you have no control of your tomorrow. You don't have monthly goals for this month, you have no control of your tomorrow. You don't have a book you are reading this month, you have no control of your tomorrow. Next, you're always late to meetings and behind deadlines. There are some people now that they're joining this class when we started already. They're joining late. Some will still join us at 5 o'clock. They woke up late, sleep control them. Everything is, they're behind deadlines, late to meetings. At the workplace, they submit tasks late. They submit reports late. They do everything is late. Reactive people everywhere. Reactions. If you find yourself in any of these, you're a very reactive person and you need to take a decision to advance forward. The difference, the difference. So let's look at people who are proactive and people who aren't proactive. People who are proactive don't wait to be told what to do. Reactive people, they make excuses. Proactive people, they set goals and accomplish the goals. Reactive people or non-proactive people, they try to rationalize and calculate everything. They try to calculate everything. If it's raining, they're like, this rain like this. Oh, this rain. Oh, this rain. Oh, this rain. Oh, proactive person. Okay, it's rainy season. Let me get an umbrella or get the raincoat. When it's raining, it doesn't stop from going to work or going to business, going to office. I get out and I go to work. Simple. The goal for the day is go to work. Don't stop rationalizing everything around. Proactive people like to be held accountable. They like when they are being held accountable by other people. Reactive people, they don't have the energy. And they expect that people should tell them what to do all the time. But proactive people, they like it when you hold them accountable, like mentees. There are mentees that are not good at submitting mentorship activities as requested. But those who are proactive and are taking control of their life, they are very, very conscious about being held accountable. You see, reactive people lack energy. They are so weak. They are so boring. They are not excited to be around with. They lack energy to come. They start a book, they don't finish it. Many of them examples, you people are here now. You start books, you cannot finish it. You lack the energy to finish things. You are reactive. You don't hold yourself accountable to finish what you start. Proactive people are independent. Yes. You don't blame everybody for everything. You don't have work, you blame your parents and the government. You don't do this, you blame, you have a PhD, you know who to identify and blame for all the mess ups in your life. Very good reactive person. Proactive people are hardworking. They understand the principle of hard work. They understand the impact of hard work and they go the extra mile when it concerns hard work to accomplish what is good for their life. Proactive people can see what needs to be done. They can see, oh, you see, by the end of May, I need to do this. By June 1st, I need to do this. By November, I am doing this. They see what needs to be done. They calculate the future. Of course, reactive people, they just react. They don't see anything in the future. Proactive people, they take responsibility for their actions. They take responsibility for their actions. Okay, you have made a mistake. Okay, fine. Accept the responsibility. Make sure it doesn't happen again. And make sure you take the right actions in that part. You're a leader at work. You're an entrepreneur. Something goes wrong. You take responsibility. Act like a leader and make sure it doesn't happen again. Stop looking for who to blame. You take responsibility for your actions. Proactive people can act alone. There are some of you that if somebody is not there to accompany to do anything, you will not do anything at all. There are some of you that even give excuses. Oh, I did not do this because my friend was not there to accompany us to do it. You're a reactive person. A proactive person, you agree something with the team to do it, they don't show up, you go and do your stuff. There are some of you who have good business dreams, and because you try to rally your friends and volunteers to believe in it, and since nobody's seriously working hard, you have also abandoned the dream. They ask you why. You say, no, the volunteers are not coming, they're not showing up, they're not serious, they're not working hard. You are reactive. A proactive person acts. Volunteers are there or not, you act and you get to work. Reactive people, you don't know how to set and accomplish goals. You are totally lost. You don't even have goals at all. Proactive people, they enjoy successes. Oh, they enjoy to succeed. They love to succeed. They love to succeed. They love to achieve more success. They love to take actions to achieve more. They love to push themselves the extra mile to manifest more success. Reactive people, they rely on others. They are unresponsive. They are boring. They are not interesting. They are just there. Proactive people usually move up the ladder professionally. What does that mean? These are people that they sit, they have HND, they go back to school and get a degree. They sit, they go back to school, they get a master's. They sit, they go back to school, they get a doctorate. They sit, they go back to school, they get a specialized certification. They sit, they attend morning school without missing any class. They buy courses, they study. They buy books, they study. They are very, very conscious when it comes to moving up the professional ladder, either as entrepreneurs or corporate professionals. They are damn conscious, very conscious about this. But reactive people, they are totally on, these are the kind of people that they had HND in 1945. To today, they have not attended even one day seminar to get one extra certification into their life. Nothing. Reactive people, the whole of last year, they're not attending even one seminar before. One physical seminar. Some of you, thank God for PPA, you get to attend morning school. If not of PPA, maybe in the last 5 years, you have not stepped foot in any workshop or seminar that makes sense. Reactive family people everywhere. You don't meet deadlines. Proactive people, they don't easily get offended because they are focused on the goals. They are focused on advancing their life. They are focused on getting results. The reactive people, every little thing, they will shout, they will get angry, they will get emotional, they will get disturbed, they will report, they will gossip your name everywhere. Have you heard what this person has done? Have you seen? You begin to think, but what did the person do? You see nothing. Nothing is what the person did. It's not there. But if you hear when they are vibrating, you will feel that somebody has taken their bed right or their food money for the rest of the month. Every little thing, they get angry over it. They vibrate from heaven to earth. My goodness. But when you start digging deep to understand what are you really angry about, you will not see what they're angry about. You just say that, no, it's because this person wants to gossip my name to this other person. And so what? Then you have better things to focus on. You have better things to get angry or to be offended about. So, where do you fall? Are you reactive or are you proactive? Let's do a quick score on yourself. From 1 to 10, rate yourself on how proactive are you as a person or as a professional, as an entrepreneur. Between 1 means that you are least proactive, 5 means you are averagely proactive, 8 and above means you are so proactive, and all of that. Okay, yes, give me more scores. 8 on 10, 5 on 10, 6 on 10, 5 on 10, 5 on 10, and all of that. Okay, all right, so definitely, yeah, when we get to the techniques on how to develop proactivity lifestyle, those who are 5 and below, 6 and below, you will definitely become that. Dr. Stephen R. Covey, the person who wrote the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. I love that book. One of my best. Read that book in 2012. First time I read that book. Very good book. I would strongly recommend it. The proactive approach to a mistake is to acknowledge it instantly, correct it, and learn from it. The proactive approach to a mistake is to acknowledge it instantly, correct it, and do what? And learn from it. A reactive approach is to either cry over the mistake or reject the mistake or run away from the mistake, not even correct it, just stay away from it totally, and then it more wrong things consistently happen when you are reactive toward mistakes instead of being proactive. So this should be the approach you all should be taking after this. The proactive approach. Acknowledge your mistakes instantly, begin to correct it, and make sure things get back to become better, and make sure you don't waste any mistake. Learn from it. Questions that drives you into proactivity stage. These are questions that I want you to answer them clearly, because they will contribute to your proactivity lifestyle. After this session, please go back to these questions. In the night, within the day, whatever that you have time, please go back right now to these questions. I will explain detailedly. Question 1, where are you right now? Now here, please, here is where I want you to write things that you have right now. Where, like for example, if I were to do right now, I'm like, okay, professionally, let me say certification-wise, for example, okay, why I write that is I have an MBA, I have a doctorate degree, and I have 7 certification programs. That's where I am right now academically. Where I am right now, business-wise, I'll put Cost-Dev Group. Where we are right now is we have 17 staff. We're making this as monthly profit. We have this number of customers, this number of countries. Write it down. Where are you right now? Maybe personal finance. Okay, personal finance. I have this as total cash in my bank account. I have this as total cash in my mobile money. And I have this as investment in companies, all of that. Write it down. Where are you right now? Maybe relationship. Okay, relationship right now. I have a relationship, or I'm planning to get a relationship, or I'm planning to do. You write it. Very, very practical, right? Point 2, how do you want things to be in the future? You go back again to your all those stages in life. You go back to your academic example. Maybe I want to become a professor. Okay, no, I want to become a business professor by 2035. 2025. You write it down. Or if you had HND, you say, okay, I want to have a degree, MBA or doctorate degree by this. You go to your finance. Okay, in the future, I desire that my monthly income should be at least £1,000,000 or I should be able to make my first 100 million at this age. You write it down. You know, you practically go to all these key areas. You want to be married, write it down, all of that. What do you want? What do you want to change? Now, what do you want to change? It's not the same as number 2, but it's part of number 2. So what do you want to change? Okay, now, what I want to change is, I would like to start saving 15% of my monthly income for my school fees to enroll in my master's degree program. I was not doing that yet as far as my income is concerned. I want to change that. Or you want to change your income by adding another source of income. Yes, okay, I want to change that. I want to change where I live because it's not connecting me to the right opportunities. Or you want to change how you behave. You want to change, maybe you are excluding yourself. You don't attend events. You are not where you meet the right people. Maybe you want to change and start working with the right people. Okay, write it there. Now, how are you going to create these changes? Write the process that you will enhance the change. Don't say that you want to change your educational level, getting a degree or a master's. Okay, how are you going to do that? Step 1, I will identify the program I want to enroll for. Step 2, understand the cost of the program and decide the school. Step 3, start saving towards the tuition fee of that. Step 4, enroll for the degree program by October next school academic year, October 2022 or October 2023. You see, you go through a process, you write a step-by-step process how you are going to create these changes that you have done. If you don't answer this question, you will not enter your proactivity stage. And these questions will be challenging. These questions will be challenging. Okay? Who already feels that this question is challenging? These questions are challenging. Who feels like that? But it's important. Take time on these questions. Don't be in a haste. And let me tell you, when you do it right, it will reveal a lot of things about you to you that you had no idea about. And make sure you take core important areas of your life, career, academics and your job, right? Your business, your finances, all of that, your relationship, if you're married, put your marriage there. If you have kids, put parenting there. All those important parts of your life that they are critical when it concerns you being proactive. Let me show you a practical example. I was talking about parents, I remember. One of the things I want to do to my daughter when she clocks 10 years is, I think I shared this one time, to take her to go for a 3 months holidays into any global city. So I'm projecting Berlin in Germany, Dubai, or any city in the US. That's the plan. And I did that. I made that decision when I was doing this course 2 years ago. When I was working on this course 2 years ago. When I was writing that, the thing came to my mind. I did not think about it. But thank God for the, I'll do the exercise for myself. Then I thought about it. Okay, this is how I want to change when it being a parent or being a father to a daughter. Right? Because I want to do things different. I want to be proactive. Because if your parents were reactive towards you, you cannot repeat the same thing to your own kids. Be different. So stretch yourself and take it a step further. Okay. So key features of proactivity lifestyle. Now, these are attributes of proactivity lifestyle according to a psychologist, Sharon Parker. So if you say that you already have, like people are rating themselves 8 on 10, 7 on 10, 6 on 10, 5 on 10. Now, this is where we're going to catch you. Are these features part of your life practically? Number one, a proactivity lifestyle is anticipatory. It involves acting in advance of a future situation rather than just reacting. Acting in advance of a future situation rather than just reacting. For example, you have a plan already for your academics. You have a plan already for your business. You have a plan for many things in your life already, and you are just working towards them right now. That's good. That's being anticipatory. Then you already have one feature of this lifestyle. Activity for you. Write down 3 things that you anticipate will happen in your career. Write it down. For example, in the next 5 years, let's put the date right now. In the next 5 years, anticipate 3 things that will happen in your career. Let's go. Write it in the chat box. I want to see 3 things. If you can write the first, we don't have time to write. People will be thinking right now, but just write what comes to your mind. There's power in doing the activity, trying to do it now because you go finish it later. Okay. Write down 3 things that you anticipate will happen in your career. Let's say, for example, I'll share a personal example. I did my first, I've spoken at international events before, but I've never organized my own international event, right? So I planned that, okay, you know what, in 2021, I will organize an international event out of Africa. We used to do it in Africa, but we want to do out of Africa. That's what we did the Dubai event. Okay, good. So, okay, in 5 years, please put dates. Put dates. Okay, so Felix is saying in 5 years, or one of the things that will happen in his career is he will become a chartered accountant. Good. Francis will obtain a master's degree. Ruth will open a salon. Yes, let's go, people. People are thinking. Okay, in 7 years, and in 2025, you're anticipating to have 7 workers and have a master's degree. Okay, somebody will open a school in 5 years. Good. Beautiful. All right. It's important. It's important because this is a proactivity lifestyle. You need to have this feature in your life every day as part of you. Okay, good. Let's go to feature number 2. It is change oriented. Are you change oriented? It means taking control and causing something to happen rather than just adapting to a situation or waiting for something to happen. Is your life change oriented? Are you taking control and causing something to happen? Write 3 action steps you will take in the next 3 months to create change in your career and your business. Let me pick something for example. Now, somebody who says, uh, um, let me see, someone who says I'll open a salon, for example, right? Now, that is being anticipatory. The next question now, how are you going to make that change happen exactly? Okay, so number 1 could be, okay, I have the name of the salon already. I will start doing part-time studies on how a salon works, and even start learning some skills on how to operate a salon. I will start saving every month this amount of money so that I open the salon by this date. Now, that is being more change oriented. But somebody who's not change oriented has no plan in place. In short, has no working plan, not just plan in place, a plan that is already working, a plan that you're taking steps. You are taking practical steps as far as that plan is concerned to produce the results that you anticipated or you desire. The third feature that a proactivity person should manifest according to this psychologist is you must be self-initiated. You can take initiative. You don't wait for people to tell you what to do. You take initiative. The individual does not need to be asked to act, nor do they require detailed instructions. They just act. You see? So write down 3 action steps you will take to bring change in your community or family. Now, I'm taking this beyond yourself because sometimes it can be easy to take initiative for yourself, but to become more, to practice a proactive lifestyle in this particular point, look at others. Now, look at your family, for example. What can you do in your family that nobody's seeing and you can take initiative and do it? Or in your community, or where you find yourself, or like in PPA. PPA is your community. What can you decide and do in PPA as a proactivity professional in your church, in your quarter where you live? What kind of change would you like to introduce in your community or in your family house? That is a key feature for somebody who is proactive. Now, there are 2 major outcomes of proactive people. 2 very important outcomes of proactive people. Number 1, people who are proactive experience greater career success. Oh yes, when you practice all these things I'm teaching you, you experience greater career success. See, for the glory of God and also God's glory, there's some level of success I have been able to experience in my career that sometimes when I look at it, there's some things that it's difficult to even share in public. Just let it be. Sometimes people do have to discover for themselves, right? But it is, so that I look at it, but what is the difference? What is the difference? I strongly believe it is the place of proactivity that has greatly helped me to be able to accomplish this. And if you look at many other successful people, when you study their patterns of living, you would notice that these guys do not joke when it comes to proactivity. Second outcome when you're proactive is proactive persons enjoy greater life satisfaction towards the end of their career. Yes, they get to enjoy their life. They are satisfied because they have done all they can do. Some people are going to die in regret. Oh, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do what I was happy doing? Why didn't I do? Why didn't I travel abroad? Why did I go to? What? People are going to die in with so many whys and regrets. But when you're proactive, you make mistakes. You are out there. You set up, you do things that you are afraid of doing. You will not die regretting. You will die happy. You will die having beautiful memories. Oh, I am happy I tried this. Oh, I am happy we achieved this. Oh, look at where we are today. Oh, look at, you'll be so excited and fulfilled because you have exhausted the potentials in you. Everything you think about, you embark on and try to do it. Proactive persons enjoy greater life satisfaction towards the end of their career. Question for you. Who is causing the change in your life? Who is causing the change in your life? Your father, your mother, yourself. According to Alex Sanfilippo, living a reactive life means that you change when life forces you to change. Living a proactive life means that life changes when you force it to change. Oh, I love this quote. Please, this should sink deep in your spirit. Living a reactive life means that you change when life forces you to. Living a proactive life means that life changes when you forces it to. That's why I don't believe in fate. And there's one funny belief. I believe that God has given everybody the grace to make choices and change anything in their life. I don't believe anybody was born poor. We only decide to be poor. I don't believe anybody was born to struggle. We only decide to struggle. What are you going to do from this moment? Will you force life to change in your favor, or will you be reactive and allow life to force you to change? What will you do from today? Alex Sanfilippo's requirements to live proactively. Number one, intentionality. You cannot be led by your internal autopilot. You must be focused and driven. You must be intentional about everything. Intentionality is critical in proactivity. Number two, discipline. It will require a lot from you. It will not be easy, but it will be worth it. You will need a lot of massive self-discipline to live a proactivity life. You need the discipline to wake up from that bed and follow the morning school. That is proactivity. Action. If you are to take control of your life, you must take action. If you are to take control of your life, you must take action. You cannot claim that you are a proactive professional, you're a proactive entrepreneur when you are not action-oriented. Then you don't have the requirements to live proactively. Intentionality, discipline, and actions are key requirements to live a proactive life. Key sign, you are proactive and you're always ahead. Number one, you think ahead. You anticipate what might happen. Number two, you act ahead. You take actions instead of waiting to react to circumstances. That's what it means to act ahead. Number three, you get ahead. You control situations by making things happen or by preparing for possible future problems. You think ahead, you act ahead, and you get ahead. You need all of these three. That's the key sign. You think ahead, you act ahead, and you get ahead. Many people think ahead, but they don't act ahead. For example, you think of a better finance life tomorrow, but you are not saving right now. You see, you have not you have not gotten ahead, maybe by buying a land as part of your investment. You get ahead by anticipating the changes in your industry and you begin to study. For example, if you read accounting, now you need to make sure you are good at massive computerized accounting, even plus AI attached to it. That is getting ahead to control the industry. You see, you read marketing, now you need to know all the advanced digital technologies that have changed marketing and platforms. That is getting ahead. So you need this to be proactive and to be ahead always. Think ahead, act ahead, get ahead. Critical for you. So now, what do you need to build a proactivity lifestyle? What are the steps? What are those things that I want you to start doing from today on a daily basis to start being proactive? Let's start from the basics. Number one, set goals. This is the foundation of proactivity. Without written goals, written goals, write them down. You are not going to have direction in life. A proactive person does not wait for a skill set or a job promotion to conveniently appear when needed. They take action and build a new skill. So you can set a goal that you want to learn a new skill. Someone who is proactive plans and executes their desires. You plan it, you set goals, and you execute the goals. And you have short-term goals and long-term goals. You have goals for the 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and a life plan. You need to have a life plan. Set goals. I'm not going to belabor this point. I'm talking about setting goals always. Next, take responsibility. Take responsibility. You can replace proactivity with one word: responsibility. You cannot claim to be a proactive entrepreneur or professional when you don't have the character or the attitude of taking responsibility. Being responsible for your actions is not just something you do from time to time. It is necessary to make it a part of your identity, who you are as a person. You assume responsibility for your life. Oh, you were born, now you have grown, and you discover you're in a poor family. Assume that responsibility and begin to change the situation. Simple. When you are more responsible, you are not waiting for external factors to validate you or give you opportunities. No. You don't just work hard quietly and hope to get noticed. You ask for promotion. That's responsibility also. It's okay for you if you know that you're a hard worker and you produce results. It's okay for you to take responsibility. Go to your boss, go to HR and say, look, based on the kind of contributions I bring to the table, I think my salary should be added to this. It's okay to take responsibility and have that discussion. And it's okay for the boss or the HR to say, no, we cannot add your salary now. It's okay. And it's also okay for them to accept and increase the salary. But the point is, have you taken the responsibility? Don't just sit and hope. Being proactive means being responsible for what you do and how you react to life and how you act in life. That's the meaning of being responsible and proactive. Number three, stay focused on a solution, not on a problem. There's no way to be proactive when you are too problem-oriented, you are too complaint-oriented, you are too scattered with just things that don't advance you, the society, or your work. Solving any problem becomes practically impossible if this problem easily makes you depressed and focused on all the negative outcomes. A proactive person knows how to solve problems without being depressed by the problem. First of all, if a problem appears and the first thing that happens to you is depression, you are almost losing the battle against that problem. Or the first thing that happens to you is that you lose focus. That problem may swallow you. That problem may swallow you. You see? So you need to stop blaming yourself or blaming others when there's a problem. Yes, you can discipline the staff, for example. You can speak against it, but don't allow it to hang around. When you're speaking against your discipline, make sure you are solution-oriented. Look for ways this problem can be solved. Don't focus on things that you cannot control. It will only make you run into more severe depression. You should accept the fact that everyone faces obstacles, challenges, and problems. But only successful and proactive people handle them effectively due to their problem-solving skills. So from now henceforth, when there is a challenge, stay focused on the solution. Accept what has happened and begin to look at how do we improve the situation for better results. Reactive people will just read this course or hear this course lying down on their bed without a pen and a book and will not do all exercises. Proactive people will take the course serious, take a serious position, sit on the table with a pen, with a book, and actively build their proactive lifestyle. Which one are you? Are you reactive or you're proactive? Confession time. You see what a reactive person will do now? That you are listening to me right now, sitting on your bed, even lying down, even covering your blanket or whatever. And you're even dozing off and coming back. And you have no pen, you have no book. You're not taking any notes. You are just there. You don't even have in your mind that you do the activities after this. I know people who are on their beds. I know them. I don't want to call names. I don't want to go into the prophetic right now. Those are proactive. Well done. Proactive people right now. You're sitting on your table right now. You're with a pen. You're with a book. You're taking down notes. You're drawing a game plan for your life. You know, always have a game plan for your life. I like to do game plans for my life, strategy. And when I do that, I say, this is my invisible partner. This is my visible partner. This is my money partner. This is my sense partner. This is my happiness partner. You know, game plan for everything. All right. Good to have proactive people. For those of you who are on your bed and just cross your leg and you even slept off one of the slides, you're planning that after this, you go and ask somebody, please, which slide was after this other slide? Please tell me, because you slept off. You're right on your bed then. You're very, very reactive. Be consistent. Oh yes, proactive people are damn consistent. Powerfully consistent. These people, their consistency can kill a witch. Their consistency can kill a witch. Very, very proactive people. Very proactive people. Ultimately, success is not about getting everything right. It is about being consistent. Are you consistently and persistently taking steps every day to steadily move towards your goal? Then you are proactive. Do you stop making progress, or do you continue on when you encounter a seemingly insurmountable problem? There are people like that. When they meet a problem or a challenge, they stop making progress. They give up. They are not persistent to continue with progress. To be proactive, you need to be consistent in what you do. Even sometimes the steps may seem small at the time, but doing the right things day in, day out will move you further down the path to success. For example, the small thing could just be reading 2 chapters of the right books, industry books every day. It may sound small, but that thing is swelling your mind. It is building your value in a powerful way. You know what it means? You read at least, worst case, you read at least 2 pages of irrelevant information for 10 years every day. That's how you grow your value. One of the things that my value is so good is because every day since 2011, there's no day I have not read. No day, even if I'm sick. Thank God I've never been sick and I've collapsed and I've gone off. So that I've never, so when I'm sick on the bed, I read on my phone. I've been admitted once in my life. And the day I was admitted, the first thing I did is I pumped in ebooks in my phone, and I even carry my laptop. If I'm not reading, I play an audio book and I'm listening to it. It may sound like it may irrelevant, but there's impact in it. Do you know what it means? You're swelling your mind, your knowledge every day for 30 days in a month. Every day you read something relevant. I mean, not yeah stuff on social media. I mean, structured content. Or just this 50 days program morning school that we have done. Even you look at yourself and look at the things you have been exposed to. Don't you feel different and more confident about yourself and your life? Don't even come down there. Let's talk about the 50 days program that we have done so far. Don't you think, don't you feel that you're different? Don't you feel that there's some advance in your mindset? Don't you feel as if your value creation has increased, has been challenged? Good. Now imagine that you do that throughout the year. Every year, you go through one significant book every day for 365 days. Something happened yesterday. Yesterday, a Cameroonian who is in the UK, she won a scholarship into the UK, and she just wrote my inbox that she has been following me and she wants something. She said she wants to prick my mind. I said about what? She said about a couple of things in business. Or she wants to ask a couple of questions in business, all of that. And she said she knows that at the consultancy, I get to pay for us and all of that. And she said it's not something planned, but she wanted, and she said, I'm going to send you 100,000 francs now on what remains and all of that, it's your mobile money. And then she talked to me for 1 hour. I just want to ask you open questions about some things in business, both globally and locally in Cameroon, and get your perspective. Now, it doesn't just happen. It's because I have paid the price to know the things she's not willing to. Like I always say, in some professions, you just need to pay the price and know what others are not willing to know so they can come and pay you and know from you faster. Simple. Just being consistent and reading 1 page every day, 1 book a month can change your life. Just being consistent in saving 1,000 francs a day or 10,000 francs a month, whatever level, is very powerful. Just being consistent and waking up 4 a.m. every day. Can change the rest of your life. Nothing, you need to do things that will build your value. Write down 3 key actions that are critical to your career and business success that you will do consistently for the next 10 years. Write down 3 key things that are critical to your career and business success that you will do consistently for 10 years. Let me give my examples. For the last 10 years to today, 12 years almost now, I read every day. Every day, traveling, whatever. That's why either I have a hard book. If you see me anywhere, open my back, you always see a book inside. Open my phone, you always see ebooks inside. So that anywhere I'm always reading. Always something to read. Apart from that, I have my study times where I study. I've done that since 2011 to date. The second, I write every day since 2011 till now. And that was a plan. I wrote that from that time, I will read every day and I'll write every day for at least 10 years. You guys read for me every day, right? I write, and sometimes I write and I don't share it. The third thing I've done for 10 years, many people don't know. I was talking to somebody yesterday and this topic came up. Before, when I didn't have an office in the 8 days of my journey, I used to wake up and I walk in the parlor for at least 4 to 5 hours in the night. So now that I have an office, in 7 days in a week, I go to the office at least 4 times to spend the night in the office, just to work in the office. I've done that since 2011. So as of now, in 7 days in a week, I spend 4 days in the office, standard practice. I come home, so that I work during the day, I come home and I come change in my normal so that I'm relaxed. Because during the day, you can wear formal dresses. I come home, I change and I wear t-shirt and jeans trouser and I'm there in the office. I go back to the office in the evening and I burn. Sometimes I'm talking to you guys from the office, most of the times. I burn and I rush back home and I change bed and I come back to the office. The staffs have no idea that whether I was in the office or not. Also, sometimes they just come and meet me. For some I would notice that some days I repeat the dress. That day I repeat the dress, basically it's clear, oh, he didn't go home, basically, right? So I've done that for 10 years today. And those are things that I categorically selected and indicate, okay, when I read about the principle of consistency, and I saw that the greatest of them all have done relevant things for at least 10 years. So my goal was 10 years and above. That was my goal, not months, not 2 years. Now I always tell you guys, there are many of you, I'll be respecting you. Next year, I still see you waking up and doing PPA. You have my respect. Until that, don't wake up one morning and say, I will celebrate you. You have done nothing. You have done nothing. Don't expect 6 months and claim that you have done nothing now. From the 3rd year, we'll start saying, this one is serious. This one will go places. So look at your life, look at your career, look at your business. Look at certain things that are critical in your journey. They have the power to enhance you to succeed. And let me tell you, for many of you who are still young and probably single, this is the time to work hard. Because all this noise I'm making about office. I know that's going to stop now when the Minister of Interior is around, right? So I am my friend to call wives ministers of Interior. When the Minister of Interior is present, those kind of things will definitely have to stop. But before she comes, let me exhaust it well. But it will not, I will have my standard house will have a study room. That's one of the most important things in my house. You see my table and my chair, any other thing can wait. The first thing I get when I move into a house is my study table and my working chair, right? But I have a study room. I have a study room, which of course, she will need to have a very special agreement. Say, look, you see this day like within the week, it's not for, you will not see me. I'll be in the other room to work the money that you need to take and go shopping with it. Abi, you want to spend now, let the money be worked, right? What am I trying to say? If you're single now, take the time, okay? It is important. I understand for married people, of course, certain things I say cannot work for you, but also that's where the place of communication, also you have kids, it's not much different. There are more obstacles than when you are single. But they are mentioning singles specifically. Use the time now to to sort out certain things and be consistent, feed yourself, build yourself, even have plans for the future documented. So that you just update, have strategies written down, just update when the time comes. Because when kids will come, wife will come, all of that, many of these things will start drifting, start shifting, or start reorganizing them here and there and all of that. Be conscious of certain things that will happen definitely. They're important part of life. Okay, good. But for now, burn forward, critical. Okay, find the right people. Proactive people connect with the right people. Of course, that's why let me start by celebrating those of you in Peak Performance Academy. You are in the right community. You cannot be proactive around people who complain from morning to evening. Morning, you share what you want to do, they complain and they laugh at you. You share what they just laugh. Just look at you as if you are a very unserious human, confused being. Right? You cannot be proactive with those kind of people. You need to surround yourself with driven, effective people. It helps you to succeed. I am very conscious. I am very conscious of my guys that I invite them along to join me anywhere. Very important. Yesterday we had a staff hangout. I hardly do that. I think the only hangout I do hang out with my daughter now with the staff. On a normal occasion, yeah, hang out, we don't get business to do. Most of my friends rarely do that. I asked a few extra friends to join because I could not just ask one drunkard friend who wanted to drink alcohol to come and join. No, I called a few guys, okay, guys, we're hanging out. Can you come join us? Because you guys hardly hang out too. So, and they came. Guys, who we came, and then before they came, we had an agreement. We will not talk business. But before the discussion went to 5 minutes, business ideas from nowhere started popping in, and we mixed the whole stuff. And it was fun talking business in that kind of environment and all of that. So okay, it's important to have the right people around you, driven people, effective people, people who suggest ideas to you, who look at you and they see on the potentials. Like some of you, who you're dating is important. That's why you're dating somebody that doesn't look, I don't even know whether you are going forward, you're going backward. They're just seeing the human being. They don't see potential. They don't see a future. They don't see nothing. They don't even say, okay, you know what? Looking at you like this, if you do this, you'll be better. I think you can tap into this. Looking at your skills and how you're wired, you can be good at this. Build this. Nothing. Even your immediate person that you're dating. Let me know if those are married because I have no idea. I cannot be talking about that. So let me not say things that will catch people tomorrow. But if you are married, okay, this is a platform for you to change. And if your spouse is not part of the platform, use it, use what you learn and transform them. Of course, there are couples in this class who have been able to motivate each other to become better and join the platform, and they have become better and their marriage is different. There's only a couple who reached out to me yesterday. They're going to register next Monday from Creepy. And they said they were talking to another couple who are part of PPA, and they recommended PPA. That's what it has changed their marriage. I was impressed. You see, so the kind of people you have around you important, right? Proximity can be an excellent motivator. Proximity can be an excellent motivator. You have to choose between driven people and people who will drag you down. It's either you're hanging around driven people or you're hanging around people who will drag your dreams and your future down. You cannot have both and expect success and expect to succeed, not accept, right? You cannot have both and expect to succeed. You need to have driven people. You cannot spend time with lazy people all day and also achieve your daily goals. Those two don't work together. You need to spend time with guys who are hungry to go forward, guys who want to multiply their income, multiply their impact, guys who want to travel countries, guys who want to do things that their family members did not do, guys who want to go the extra mile for something. You need to intentionally invest in that. It is critical. Activity. Write down the name of 5 driven, productive people you have as close friends. Write down the name of 5 productive people you have as close friends. Write down one thing you admire about all of them. If you can barely write 3 people, then check your network. You don't have any friends. You don't have any friends. You need to work on it. You need to repent. And let me teach you guys something. There's something I call the visible network and the invincible network. Visible circle and the invincible circle. We live in a society where people set people up, people like to pull down bad things and all of that. One of the things I've learned to do is that I have learned to set up an invincible circle. People that are very important to my life, but you would never know them. I learned that from the movie The Blacklist, Raymond Reddington. Always have an invincible circle. For example, I have an invincible circle. There's a lawyer in that. I was telling my team one time, there's one of my lawyers that you would never see him. But he knows everything that is happening. You will never see him coming. So before you think that you have caught me here, boom, he appears from nowhere. I have some other close friends who are part of my invincible guys in my circle. People don't know that we are friends, but we are very close guys, them like brothers, invincible. Then there are others who are the visible circle. Everyone is like, oh, this guy knows Jabez knows this guy, they are friends, all of that. Now, somebody who's an enemy come and be attacking me, those who I think are attacking me, or trying to, you're just joking. Right? It's very deep. That's deep. When you're a great, when you're a great man, great woman, you know the importance of what I've just shared with you. Very powerful secret for those at the top. Have a visible circle of valuable people and also have an invincible circle. It's not everything you talk about. One thing about great people is secrecy. If you're not seeing some of my interviews, there are something when they ask me on TV, I tell them, if I tell you, it's no longer a secret. Some of you talk anyhow. Anyhow you talk. They can quickly hit you here and you're gone. For example, have an invincible bank account. When you have grown, have an invincible visa, 10-year visa, 20-year visa, or resident permit in the country and a house and a business there that nobody knows. They try to pull you down in Cameroon, you disappear, you go there, and you're still fine. You see rise back, I see the way to. I thought we destroyed this guy. You will not see me coming. Strategy. Invincible principle, that's how I call it. Let me give you a tip of what I advise on the great men with. Start planning. Many of you are not yet in the stage where you can have invincible money, invincible properties, and all of that. But you can start with friends. Build relevant relationships. but exclude some from the public. A relationship that nobody knows that it exists is better. Even not like social media, I don't even appreciate, I don't encourage the concept of posting your love relationship on social media, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. I don't think it's necessary. Just enjoy the thing in private and let it be. Once you tell people, the invincible, the better. Stop comparing yourself with other people, see what other people are doing, and then go destroy what made it beautiful. Right? All right, good. Let's run up. Number 6, it is all about you. Yes, proactive people know that it is all about them. Yes, they have friends, they have family members, but they don't become a burden to these people. No one else is going to get you where you want to be. It is up to you. Proactive people know this principle. Yes, your family and friends are a support system. Praise God for them. But that is all they are supposed to be for you. Support. They're not supposed to live your life for you. Some of you, you want people to live your life for you. Can't be there with all of that. You need to repent from that. Your family cannot succeed for you. Your friends cannot succeed for you. Only you can succeed for yourself. Take ownership of your problems and realize that nobody else is going to solve them for you. Rise and solve your problems. Proactive people have more control over their future. Number 7, addressing requests and complaints swiftly, especially entrepreneurs. Proactive entrepreneurs, proactive supervisors, proactive managers, proactive anybody in the professional setting, you address requests and problems swiftly. Don't pamper things. Something is wrong, you address it immediately, sort it out, and life goes forward. This could be a request and complaints from your children, siblings, your parents, your colleagues at work, customers, supervisors at work, your close friends, your neighbors, your mentees, many others. These are key people that define our lives. When they bring a request to you, address it immediately if you can. If it's money issues, you have the money, sort it out. If not, tell them, wait, or tell them, okay, it's not possible. Let them go and look for a solution somewhere else. Don't procrastinate requests. Don't shift problems. Address them swiftly. That's what proactive people do. For example, a proactive parent, you take care of your kids' school fees on time. This one thing I have made a decision when it concerns my daughter's school fees at the beginning of the year, all her fees is paid on time. Proactive, sort it out. It's important for her to stay in school and not be disturbed. Psychologically, physically, to stay away from fees. It's not important. It's not going to help her. Same for employees at work. I take my employees' requests very important and complaints very important. Primary. I would prefer, like what happened when we were doing a birthday surprise for one of our managers. I told them, I would prefer to be part of the birthday surprise party than to go for a meeting. That same evening, there was a scheduled meeting to have with the minister who was in town, minister of small and business enterprise and all of that, and I could not make it there. And I told them, no, one of my staff has a birthday party, we're giving a surprise birthday party. That is more important to me than to come and be doing figurehead activities. Oh, Dr. John is coming, you may meet him, all of that. And they were surprised, but that is important. It's important for the business. It's important for what we're building. It's important for the work culture we are trying to create. Proactive people know how to handle requests and complaints from important people that matter in their lives. These are key people that define their lives. Handling requests and complaints. How do you do that? Handling requests and complaints in a timely manner is a valuable skill in our personal lives, business, and corporate life. Begin by understanding what the request is. Understand the request. What is needed from the request and by when. Assess how you are going to handle the request. Like, for example, somebody asks for money, okay, wait, I will give you in 3 days. You are going through a process to assess that. What resources, if any, are needed to comply with the request? Always have this game in your mind. This is what I always have. When somebody raises anything, maybe a sibling asks for money, whoever, anybody raises a request to me, this is why I'll run through my mind to be sure, okay, do I understand this? Can I meet up with this? When is it needed? What is it exactly? How will I handle this? Do I need extra resource to get this done? And I saw this at one minute, okay, yes, I can do it or not. And when I tell you no, it basically maybe no. If it's yes, it's yes. Whether it's bae or sibling or whoever, it's done practically, blah, 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 clear. And if I tell you yes, I'll do it. Say, okay, wait, I'm assessing. I'm not telling you assessing, I'm going to say, okay, wait, I've heard. But don't be reactive. Reactive is not good in this kind of situation. Number 8, create a daily to-do list. Oh yes, proactive people develop the culture of creating to-do lists to cover priority things you will focus on each day, while reactive people forget to do irrelevant tasks. They are totally lost. You often hear reactive people say things like, oh, sorry, I forgot. But a proactive person creates a to-do list and will make sure the whole day is very efficient. Recommendation: productivity experts always recommend the right time to create a to-do list for the next day is at the end of a work day, when you review what you have accomplished versus what you had planned to do, and also compare with the new tasks that added. So you prefer in the evening before you face today. So productive people already had their to-do list for today, yesterday evening before they went to bed. Sometimes just doing your phone, the to-do list app on your phone, you put it there, all of that, you put the times and you're good to go, right? It's recommended. A sample of to-do list that you can do, morning task, afternoon task, this is mostly like an app, daily things to do. You write it. When you do, you tick, 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 tick. The importance of ticking is to encourage yourself. There's a psychological impact when you go and tick something that is done. It encourages you to achieve more and to become more productive as a person. Number 9, understanding the choice you have in engineering your life. You need to understand. Proactive people understand that it is their choice to engineer their life. Nothing defines the outcome of our lives, careers, and businesses like the choices we make, nothing else. Our daily choices produce our ultimate life result. Our daily choices produce our ultimate life results. Proactive people understand that the choices they make engineer their lives. Life does not just happen. Proactive choices produces the life we desire. The only way for us to be personally responsible for the actual results we create is through proactive choices. Make a proactive choice today. Stop letting things to chance. Do you want to be in PPA? It is a choice. Do you want to get that job? It is a choice. Do you want to travel abroad? It is a choice. Choices, very important. The one fact about life. The one fact of life that we all need to acknowledge is this: regardless of our initial circumstances, we define our lives through the choices we make. Regardless of the fact that you're from a poor family, regardless of the fact that you are an orphan, regardless of the fact that you're from the village, you and I, we define our lives through the choices we make. Some of these choices we make on our own, and others by simply going along with the choices of others. In either event, you are the one who decides. If you decide to follow somebody, that is your choice. If you decide to make independent decisions and follow, that is still your choice. There's nothing like he forced me to do it. Somebody influenced you to do it. People, you choose, except at gunpoint, of course, that's different. But if you do something and copy somebody, you wanted to do it, that was your choice. You were part of it. Conclusion: the 3 things. Sitting back and waiting for things to happen is not an option for you as a proactive person. As a proactive professional, as a proactive entrepreneur, sitting back and waiting for things to happen is not an option for you. Stop sitting and waiting for customers to come and look for you. Be proactive in your marketing and sales. Number 2, acting proactively means that you are forward-looking. You are forward-looking. You take anticipatory steps. You take a to-do list. You have a plan of action for the next 1 week, next 1 month, the throughout the year. Number three, you are willing to step out of your comfort zone to make things work. You are so willing to break out of your normal routine life. You are willing to break out from anything that you do on a daily basis so you can create better results for yourself. Until you step out of your comfort zone, you will not make things work. Let me round up with this quote by Stephen Covey. If you are proactive, you don't have to wait for circumstances or other people to create perspective expanding experiences. You can consciously create your own experiences. You can consciously create your own life. You can consciously create a beautiful career and an incredible businesses. Stop waiting for circumstances and other people to create your experiences for you. Congratulations for going through the session and, of course, for investing to build a productive lifestyle. All right, questions and comments, and we'll round up. Cheers.